Hello guys, welcome back to Comic Book Cafe, and this time around we are reviewing Age of Ultron vs. Marvel Zombies #1 Secret Wars Battleworld tie-in. You gotta get which part of Secret Wars we're talking about here. Now obviously, anybody who's kept track of Secret Wars knows that Marvel's basically done every famous crossover that's ever been done and thrown it all out there one time in Secret Wars. Not necessarily a bad thing, because it's a different take on it, and if they can do a different take and be good, then that's cool. Now in this case, they're taking the Age of Ultron, which of course wasn't that long ago that crossover happened, where Ultron basically took over everything, and then Marvel Zombies, which became a thing in the what, around mid 2000s maybe, I'd say, so in comics. So they're taking their two things and throwing them together. Now what's happening is, in Battleworld there is a place walled off that people don't go because it's too dangerous, because it's occupied by Ultron and obviously other Ultrons that he controls, and then it's also got Marvel Zombies out there, and it's got Annihilus, is his name, whatever, and his army out there. So very dangerous place. So it's completely walled off. No one's allowed to go out there. Really, the only time it's used is when Doom sends people out there to die. So we start off this comic book with Tigra out there being outcast because she tried to revolt against Doom. And she's realized she's running for her life. She understands how dangerous it is, and she's spotted by zombies. One of them is a Craven. Again, these are all Marvel villains and heroes you've seen before. Vulture, Mysterio, all these guys. You know all of them. You see them. Mole Man. And they're chasing after her, and she gives them a good fight, but eventually they corner her, right? And as she's surrounded, all of a sudden, you hear something say, you're imperfect. And they go, you hear the zombies go, uh-oh, and it's Ultrons, and then there's a big old fight ensues. So that's what happens. That's all that happens. That's it. Assuming everybody in the fight dies. I mean, Tiger dies. I'm assuming because she was surrounded and she was getting beat up, so she probably. But then we go to Ultron in this reality. Now again, the cool thing about Secret Wars is it's all these different multiverses thrown together, different alternate timelines. So it could be any one of them from any timeline, and things change in any way. So that's one of the cool things about Secret Wars. So this Ultron, in his reality, when he was born, the second he basically went online, he killed his creator, Hank Plum. Hank Ply, P-Y-L P-Y-M. Why can't he say his last name? Anyway, of course, no one else knows Ant-Man and Giant Man and all different other egos over time. So he killed Hank right away, and so he never was stopped to doing anything. So he built his army, and in 14 months he took out everybody, the Avengers and everybody. So he took over control of everything. So in this world, this Ultron's achieved perfection. So he's got, you see his big, huge base build and his army and all that stuff built here in Battleworld. And so, but part of him wonders, about his creator because he killed him. Part of him wonders, what would happen if he hadn't killed him and stuff like that. So we move on to this guy, this Western-looking guy, and you found out his name is Hank, and he is Hank Pym, right? P-Y-M this time. I don't know why I had trouble earlier. And in his reality, he was making a clockwork version of Ultron, because we're talking Western Valley of Doom. Here's the Western area, and he got caught. And Doom's going to send him over the wall. And he has to decide where he wants to be dropped off at, right? This area, the Marvel Zombie area, or, of course, the Ultron area. Where do you want to die? And the lady from S.H.I.E.L.D. is staying there with Morbius. Clearly knows him. They've had some kind of relationship somehow together. Not necessarily a deep relationship, but some kind of knowing each other. And, she's asking, where you want to go, and he's like, she goes, you go here, and obviously he decides to go for perfection where the robots are. So, of course, he gets dropped off out there in the out there in the Battleworld, the Wall-Off area, and there's zombies right there, and he starts running for his life, and he's saved by Vision, Human Torch, and Wonder Man. You know, asking how about you want to, you know, want to make change. So there we go. So we already know from this that we're leading somehow for Hank and Ultron, like Hank to somehow be there to try to stop Ultron. I imagine that's what's going to happen. There was some kind of meeting or confrontation without them obviously. One didn't make the other in this reality, but still, you know they're on a collision course to meet. You know somehow they're going to try to use him to try to figure out how to stop Ultron. Interesting choice of guys to save Vision, Human Torch, and Wonder Man, considering, you know, obviously Vision and Human Torch are both androids, you know, and obviously Vision was made by Ultron. Just what reality this Vision is, we don't know, right? That's it. You don't know what reality all these guys are, so you're not sure, you know, what past or what you're talking about. But, like, are they good, are they bad? But they did save him, and they also want to change the world, so there you go. A nice little comic book. I got excited when I first saw the title of this, and there isn't a lot in this book. It's really simplistic, you know, because, I mean, they boil down to Ultron and the zombies to, you know, fighting because they're out there walled off, and, you know, whenever they run into each other, they're going to fight because, you know, of course, Ultron wants to wipe out anything that's not perfect, so that's what they do. It would be interesting if Anilisa does get involved in this, because it'd be kind of cool, but, again, that's what we have. We have basically... you know, Hank stuck out there till he die, and what's he gonna do? So a cool start to this. A lot of these things you kind of have wonder what you think it would be, and then you're reading it's different. It's not. James Robinson and the artist, you know, Steve Plug Pugh. The art's really good, and the story's not bad. It's a setup. You're like reading a setup. It's not like the best book this week by any stretch to read right now, but it is the first issue. It does a good job setting up everything for you. Okay, well, I know where this Hank falls in this reality. I know where this Ultron falls. I know, whenever Doom thinks she doesn't like what you do, he sends you over the wall to kill you, because that's what you hear from Secret Wars in this one is, if Doom doesn't like what you do or you fail, he sends you over the wall and you basically die. So... what do you think about Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies? Did you like it? Not like it? Again, not a bad book, but it's not something. It's not like the best book. It's not the best Secret Wars book out there, and it is only the first issue. So once it gets going, it may be a very good series. So right now, it's not the best book of the week. It's a decent book. If you're a fan of Ultron or Marvel Zombies, then this might very well be something for you to pick up. So anyway. I'll be reviewing another comic book soon, guys. Thanks for watching like always, and I'll talk to you guys later.